Today we're going to take you through the complete guide to getting a home loan if you're a doctor or a medical specialist,
including one tip that'll save you thousands of dollars in lender's mortgage insurance.
Well, let's dive right in.
So Jen, before we get started, why do doctors get special treatments from banks?
Yeah, so over the years, the banks have had a look at all their customers and realized that doctors and medical specialists present a lower risk and they want to do business with them. So they'll have special deals, including mortgage insurance waivers, maybe special discounts, or even giving them higher borrowing capacity because they present a much lower risk than the average customer. All right, Nathan, so let's walk through the basics on home loans for doctors. So how much can you borrow if you're a doctor or a medical specialist?
It depends on the bank and they all have different criteria. So as Jaden said before, you will not pay lender's mortgage insurance if you're a doctor or a specialist, which saves you thousands of dollars. Now, some lenders will let you lend up to 90% of the property value with no mortgage insurance. 10% down and you're good to go. Some lenders will also let you go up to 95%. That's for an owner-occupied property. So that's a property that you're actually going to live in. And there's other lenders that'll let you go right up to 100% of the property value. Once again, with no lender's mortgage insurance applicable. The credit criteria is slightly harder. There's a bit more criteria that needs to be met, but is absolutely achievable.
In that 100% scenario, you don't need to put any deposit down. Like Nathan said, the credit criteria is a bit harder. It needs to make sense why you're buying a place and not putting a deposit down. Where this usually does make sense is for new to industry doctors who might only be 2 or 3 years in and might not have a big deposit to put towards a house, or if you've been recently divorced or had like a major life event where you might not have access to deposit. The banks are a bit more willing to work with you there as a doctor or a medical professional and let you buy a house with no deposit down.
So keep in mind here, some lenders have a luxury security policy. So what that means is if you're buying a property worth 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, then they might not allow this 90% no mortgage insurance. There are still some lenders out there that will lend up to $5 million and 90% of the property value.
That's why I can recommend it. I used to be a doctor for pretend.
Now, Jen, what types of doctors are eligible for this waiver in mortgage insurance and also these special deals we talked about?
Yeah, so there is a pretty extensive list. We'll include a link below to our website where it lists all those out. A couple of other kind of strange exceptions that are in there and available also include veterinarians, in some cases optometrists, in some cases allied health professionals are allowed under these policies. So it does depend on the job, but if you're a doctor and if you studied medicine, in general, you're going to be accepted.
And adding to that is pharmacists and physios, which not all banks like. And what's interesting is occupational therapists, which are very similar to physios, aren't included. So you've got to be very careful, look at the occupation and make sure you line up to ensure that you get the special offerings that medical professionals and doctors are allowed.
This is my new imaginary warning light. Whenever it starts blinking, a situation has 10 seconds to resolve itself before I flash white with rage and kill someone.
So Jaden, what are some benefits here if you do qualify for a doctor or medical specialist loan?
Yeah, so the big one is the lender's mortgage insurance. This literally can save you tens of thousands of dollars from the cost of buying a home. Or it might allow you to put in less cash up front to buy the house and let you do other things like invest in your practice and other opportunities that come up. As an example, if you're buying a property for $950,000, you can save up to $24,000 in lender's mortgage insurance. If you bought a property for $1.95 million, you could save up to $51,267,000. Pretty huge by being a doctor and not having to pay lender's mortgage insurance.
Now, lender's mortgage insurance isn't the only thing that the banks look at. They're actually more lenient on their lending criteria. So what we mean by that, typically if you're self-employed, most banks will want to see 2 years worth of tax returns. Now, the banks understanding the industry are actually more flexible and can take as little as 3 months or 6 months worth of trading statements if you are self-employed. So you can get into the market with less deposit as well as easier credit criteria to meet and get in the market sooner.
Yeah, Nathan, adding to that point, the banks are a lot more lenient, even if you're a new doctor in the industry or you haven't had a lot of experience, because they know whilst you might be starting off today or you might only have recently become a registrar, etc., they know that your income is progressively going to grow over time, and they might actually let you probably stretch your borrowing capacity a bit more than if you're a normal person on the street that might be on a salary and they know, well, there's not going to be the same wage growth.
So that's it for today, guys. If you've liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au.